Hello, pen people. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at this month's ink journal ink flight box for April 2024. It just came in the mail today, and I have not opened it. I'm very curious as to what's in here. The subscription, just for people who don't know, comes out to right around $40 a month shipped. There's always 7 ink samples and then some other random fountain pen related items. I think I want to go ahead and see what's in here. So last chance, spoilers. We're gonna go ahead and open it up. They always send a sheet with information. So here's the sheet. These would be the ink samples that we'll look at in a second. They always send a sticker. This one is a lot of fun. It's like a Sherlock Holmes octopus investigating who spilled the ink. It was probably me. Fun. Looks like we have some little stickers. I like little stickers. And we have a notebook of some kind. So let's go ahead and get this box out of here and take a look at the sheet. Okay, so a lot of times we'll do some sort of theme for whatever inks they have. I've gotten a few that are all one brand of ink and a few that aren't. This one looks like it's a mix of Tom Studio, Octopus Fluids, and Kuretake. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different inks. And we'll take a look at those in a second. And then the notebook right here, this is a Wonderland 222 A5 size notebook. It contains 192 pages of lightweight ink-loving paper laid out with a grid. I love grid rules. Can use it as an undated daily planner, bullet journal, etc. It's thin and bound. The cover is really nice. We'll have to take it out of the plastic. And then these are stickers. They're from Midori. And they're very nice because they're pretty general. We have weather stickers. Those are always kind of fun. And then we have, just some random happy, bad, birthday planner stickers. They're both good planner stickers. I am not a huge sticker person. I have sticker phobia. I can never stick stickers down because I'm afraid that I'm sticking them to the wrong thing. And I don't use stickers in my planner at all. But if I were going to use stickers, I feel like these are the kind I would use. Just little highlights. They're cute. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ink. We'll do this off camera so we don't have the whole plasticky business going on. Okay, plastic is gone. And we have freed our inks. These samples are 2 milliliters. So it's enough to do a good test and maybe 1 or 2 ink fills. It's a nice amount without feeling like you're having to get through a gallon of ink. I usually put these in order because I usually write what's on the sheet onto the paper. Dragon doesn't go there. Dipson. Phoenix. I love the names. Medusa. I mean, you can't go wrong with an ink named Medusa, right? Dragon. Shimbashi Iro. And Ibisha. I'll have to look how to pronounce that. Ibisha. There's December from last year, January, February. Lots of shimmer in February. And March. So I do an ink splot. And then I also do a in my ink book here, and I save the little sheet. So I just copy the words off the sheet because I, can only think of so many things to write. So that's what we'll do today. We'll go ahead and fill out a sheet, do a little splotch test. I'm excited about this. I've only tried one of their Octopus Fluids ink, and I liked it. It was a gray, and I like notebooks. The stickers are kind of, for me, not the most exciting, but I understand that I have a sticker problem, a serious sticker problem. And it's not the sticker's fault. It's a me thing. It's totally a me thing. I'm just not brave enough for stickers. You sticker people are a lot braver than I am. Fear of commitment. That's it. Fear of sticker commitment. Okay, first ink on the sheet is Tom's Studio Forest Green. It says, this lush green with a hint of sheen draws inspiration from New Forest in southern England. So, green, forest green. Well, so far, that's one of my favorite kinds of forest green, is one that just has a bit of blue in it, making it still green, but just bordering on a dark teal. Green ink is following me around lately. Nice. Okay, let's take a look at this is mostly dry, more or less. I'm looking for sheen. Because they mentioned sheen, but I don't. They mean slight sheen. I mean, it's slight. And this is Rhodia paper, which generally is, not terrible at showing sheen. It's probably not the absolute best sheen shower ever. I would expect to see at least a little, and I don't see any. It's a nice green though. Is looking dry, and you can tell that it's green, and it almost has a halo or like kind of an outline around. Still not really seeing sheen. I guess I can just barely make out some sheen kind of in the outline. So that's number one. Forest Green, Tom's Studio. Okay, number two is also Tom's Studio. It is Damson. And it says, you'll want to pick this deliciously juicy dark purple ink once you see its sweet shading. I like shading, so that's exciting, and I like purple. And from what I can see, just from the sample, it looks like it's going to be a blue tone purple as opposed to a red. Okay. It does have some blue, but it definitely has some red in it too. That's an interesting purple. It's in a flex pen, so it's darker. So this is plummy. I can see where there would be shading. A rich purple. This is the writing. Still a little wet. The next color is from Octopus Fluids, and it is Phoenix. It says, this super sheening ink seems to set the page on fire with its orange base and brilliant gold sheen. I mean, you can tell that is some interesting ink. So let's do a swatch. All of the Octopus Fluids look like they're sheeners. Heavy sheeners, which I like. I like sheeners. No shimmer inks this month. I like sheeners unless they're so sheeny that they smear months and months later. A nice lighter red without I mean, I wouldn't call it orange. I guess it looks like it's drawing orange. Let it dry and see what the sheening does. I do see some of it already around here and there, and it's gold, so that's fun. Let's see what that does when it dries. It'd be good to get some color on this page with these two dark inks. This ink is fun. It's red, and then as it dries, the gold sheen makes it almost turn orange. So it's red here and orange there. Yeah, I like this one. Any ink that's like this, where it starts out a color when you're writing with it, the Iron Gall inks do that, and then changes to another color or significantly changes once it dries, I always think those inks are really interesting because they have this event with them. They're doing a little performance while you're using them. I'm walking on a dangerous road here with this ink uncapped right there. So let's take care of that. I don't see a lot of sheen on this, but you can see it on here, and it could be the paper because I do these writing samples on the paper I use for my planner, and it's not necessarily the most sheen showing paper in the world. It's really nice. It's interesting. I like that ink. That's my favorite one so far. Next ink that we have that we will do a splotch of is Medusa. And it is described as, you might turn to stone if you stare too long at the reflective green sheen of this purple ink. It's like a bluish purple, and it should have a green sheen to it. So let's give it a shot. Okay, Medusa by Octopus Fluids. Another purple though. Kind of want like all the same color or all different colors. Like I'd be fine with a box olive purple or olive red. See how different it is from the other purple we got. Yeah, I mean, if I want to be nitpicky, I would like not those two purples. Or, I mean, not in the same box. Clearly not the same. But I mean, we're not looking at like a lavender and a deep purple, or even, I mean, the tones are even pretty close, but that's okay. I mean, this one's got sheen and I can see it in there already, but it is less of a variety than I would want. Still wet, but this one's nearly dry. It has a light green sheen, prominent. It's pretty. That's Medusa. This is dry, and it is definitely, I can see the sheen on Medusa more easily. The green sheen on top of the purple makes it look not as purple, which is okay. But if you were looking for a purple ink, I mean, clearly the Tom Studio would be better. But, you know, sheeners are sheeners, so you get them for that. Definitely there. All right, anyway. So the next ink is Dragon by Octopus Fluids. And this is also a sheening ink. The description is, the impressive dragon reflects a deep reddish glow from its dark teal scales. So this is going to be a teal blue with a red sheen, it sounds like. So let's give it a shot. It's a really nice teal, dark teal. And I hate that my favorite ink in any sample order or ink flight is always the blue. Man, they really just do blue fountain pen ink so nice. That one, I can tell already, has just enough of a green in it to really be interesting, and especially with a red sheen, because there's quite a few blue inks with red sheens out there. That's a teal. And from what I can see, the sheen looks like a darker red and not pink. So that is not a pink sheen, that is a darker red sheen. All the sheeners are doing interesting things. The Phoenix changed colors. The Medusa has a sheen to it, and from the way this is drying, it almost sheens so much that this is red and this is blue and this is red and this is blue. I think a lot of people would like these three inks in particular. Let's take a look at how we've dried down over here. And it is hard to see, especially on camera, I'm sure, but this is a red sheen, and that's a red sheen. That is not a pink sheen. I was expecting something more like this, majestic blue, but it's not that light. It's more of a blood dark red sheen. So that's actually pretty cool. And I like that it seems to show up pretty well. So that's going to be very hard to see on camera. On the writing sample, because in the D right here, this is sheen. That's the ink. Sheen, ink, sheen, 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 ink. So it's like you have two different inks in one writing. So we're gonna swatch the Kuretake Meiji no Iro Shimbashi Iro. So sorry about my pronunciation. This is described as a bright cyan blue that was popular in geisha fashion back in the Meiji era of Japanese history. So it's a blue. It's not a shimmer, it's not a sheener. I've never tried this ink before, like anything from this brand. So that's good. That is a pretty bright blue. Uniqueness of this color, probably not super high. Kind of can't go wrong with a blue ink, unless you just really don't like blue. I think I like the dragon ink the best, guys. It's pretty cool, but we haven't gotten to the end yet, so I may change my mind. That blue's doing pretty things. I'm gonna have to eat my words. This blue is doing a bit of a halo thing. I think on some different paper would show more shading. It's nice. And let's take a look at the splotch. It's also nice. It's a nice blue. All right, so here's where we're at. We have one more ink to test. It says, this is the Kuretake Meiji no Iro Abisha. It's a soft brown color like that of traditional Japanese pants, hakama, worn by women. It looks dark. I guess soft doesn't necessarily mean light though, right? You can see this brown clearly has a lot of red in it. See what we have here. That is I really want to see how this writes. That is a very interesting color, the way it appears on here anyway. Because it's got red and brown. It's kind of mottled a little bit, pinkish. That's not what I had in my brain for soft brown, but I think I like it better than what was in my brain. My brain is not very creative with browns. Let's do a writing. Yep, that would not have been my guess. Okay, I think it's because it's got quite a bit of red in it, but it is not burgundy. It is still brown, but it's got really nice shading. I'm sure it'll show up more when it dries, but I feel like, in my opinion, that this is one of the more unique colors in here, because I've seen browns, but I don't know that I've seen browns that have quite that much red in them. These are all the inks, and I'm going to let them dry a little bit and we'll talk about them. We've deplasticized the notebook, and as you can see in the corner here, it's a 222 notebook. It has a thick, sort of leather-like cover in a pretty tan color. A stiff page. And then a grid and a key. So if you do, let me hold this down further. If you do bullet journaling, it's got a page labeled as a key, then index. The top is split into 2 sections. The bottom is split into 1. It isn't, however, just a straight grid, and there are numbers here. So it's not super generic. It's got page numbers at the bottom. This is great for bullet journaling. It really would be, because of the page numbers. And the key and the index. And these are very pretty. There are 2 of them, and they're very complementary colors to both the paper on the inside and the cover. And the paper on the inside is an off-white. If you look at the white from this sheet, it's not as off-white as the Traveler's Notebook. I mean, much. It's extremely yellow almost, and this is not a stark white, but it's not as much of an off-white as that. I'd like to try some ink in it. What do I have inked that I could write? Something on this first page. And it doesn't say what kind of paper it has in it. I could try looking it up. Wonderland222.com. Let's see. So according to their website, these notebooks are normally $19. I'll put a link the description, but it looks like it's Tomoe River paper, and it's the 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. I don't know if I'm going to write in it now because we all know that writes well, but no, this is Waringall's Lost. It snaps like it too. Maybe when they do their spoilers, they'll say more, but so we're saying that this notebook's around $19. Let's just look at this sticker sheet real quick. I like the little thing at the top. Very good, very bad. The little faces on all these guys, really cute. I I could use like stickers like this in my planner and I'd be okay. I wouldn't feel too precious about them. Like, just super smiley face. It's really cute. I like those. These are cute too. I'd be less likely to use these, but they're small. So last little look at the inks. I like all these colors. Again, if I was going to be super nitpicky, these two in particular are pretty close. I would have liked to see like a pink or a red or a tan or a pastel. I mean, they're both dark purple. If one of them was lighter, I mean, they're different, but they're not that different. And this one didn't say it was sheening, but that has a black sheen on it. Just does. I am very intrigued by this ink. That I am definitely going to put into a pen. Like the shading on that one a lot. That's a definite. And I also like the Phoenix because of how it changes. Like I was saying when I was using it, that it goes from the red to the orange and then the yellow in there. And I do like this one a lot because of the red, the darker red sheening. The two Tom Studios inks I like as well. I haven't tried any inks from him yet, so I like how they perform, and I like the blue tone of this green. I would like to try some other shades from him. This is a great color too. It's just one that I think I have more than once, so the value of this, you know, I don't really like giving a rating out of 10. I think it was worth it. If I find out of 7 inks, 2 inks that I'm excited about, I think that's pretty good. And if I find 3, that's even better. And all 3 of these, I'm wanting to, I mean, I'll use all of them because they're all nice colors, but these 3 I want to live with a little bit more in an actual pen and not just something that's dipped. So if we're going value-wise, I don't ever look at this specific subscription box as some sort of like massive savings because it's more about the experience. The value is there. There we are. There we have it. It's been a journey. I've made a mess. Thank you guys for stopping by again and for hanging out while we go through this. It was fun to share opening the box because I haven't done one of these before. I hope I'll see you guys again soon and that you have a wonderful week. Bye.